Hello and welcome to our Fireside Chat. We have a real joy here, Tim Santoni, who is the current president and CEO of Santoni Background Investigations. Hey Tim, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
I'm so glad you're here. I love what you do. It's fascinating. It reminds me of all the shows I watched when I was little with all the Dick Tracy things and how they did all the investigations. And your company does that, doesn't it?
We do. We do a lot of digging up dirt and investigations discreetly.
Love that.
Similar to what you see on TV, but more of the legal compliant angle.
So tell us what your company does and who your targets are to help.
Sure. So, there's two sides of our business. On the investigation side, we usually support civil litigators in matters involving employment, workers' comp, counterfeiting, theft, investment, usually bad things that happen as a result of employees or their supply chain. And then on the other side of the business, we help our clients mitigate risk in the hiring process, usually working with an HR professional, HR director that is looking to mitigate risk through background screening, occupational health, other screening tools with their direct hires, their extended workforce, contractors to help hopefully mitigate those risks.
Excellent. And I am a happy customer, I have to say. And we work with billion-dollar companies and two-man show companies, and Tim's always there to help us. And I just love it because I can count on you, and it's quick and it's easy, and the report comes back and it's a beautiful report. It's a pretty thing. Our clients love it. Speaking of reports, tell us about the technology that you're using, because I know that your company really is embracing technology more so than a lot of companies today.
Yeah, so we've talked about it a little bit, in this world of speed and accuracy and compliance, leveraging technology is a really key way of getting that through. So where turnaround times are a premium in a background screening environment, using technology to get the applicant into the system, getting all the proper authorizations and disclosures, and getting the report that out to the client is super, super important, and making it as simple as possible. So leveraging that technology is really something that we focus on, and the HR directors and recruiting and talent folks rely upon that because they don't have time to delay hires, especially when there's business objectives to be met.
Yes, so I do, Tim, I need it, like now, help, please. And he's like, don't worry, Kathy, I gotcha. I'm like, oh, thank you. And I'm not your only client, I'm sure. So yes. I love that personal attention.
And that's something that differentiates us from some of the other players, which is the ability to get clients set up within hours, not days or weeks or months. Yes. And the ability to move the applicant through the process quickly, because if you have a position to fill, you don't have the luxury of waiting.
Right, that's right.
And that's where, a more intimate relationship with the client and having technology that's customizable and on demand really does make a difference.
Oh my gosh, day and night, right? So when I call another company, if I were to, my clients tell me it'll be a week sometimes to 2 weeks to get set up, and then don't ask me to do a 24-hour return on is somebody eligible to work or not, and which is a problem because I lose money every day. I don't have somebody out working, right?
Exactly.
So thank you, Tim, for being so good with that. I love that. So tell me how your company has been impacted by COVID.
Yeah, so COVID's impacted our business in a variety of ways. The court closures and shutdowns that have occurred dramatically impact turnaround time. So what we've been dealing with is creating customized solutions and helping our clients implement policies that will help them to, for instance, if it's a healthcare worker who's going to work in an environment, highly regulated, highly compliant, audited environment, maybe they do a preliminary database background check with a rescreen or a full screen in 6 months once the courts reopen, checking sanctions and other things that are required.
Right.
So augmenting those things or switching to a database search, implementing continuous monitoring and doing other things to kind of get around that. And also implementing new procedures, so maybe that your workforce was a direct workforce, W-2 employees, and now you're working through a staffing or a temp or a subcontract situation, so augmenting your forms and policies to screen contractors as you would employees, because eventually they're going to transition on, and you want them to meet those requirements. So there's little tricks that have come about because of COVID. Certain industries have been booming and other ones have having to retract and do different things, but there's always kind of that customized approach to meet those needs.
So where do you serve? Like, is it geography-wise, nationwide, worldwide? I mean, I know it's worldwide investigations, isn't it?
Yes.
So exciting.
On the investigation side of our business, most of our clients are based in the U.S. or have some presence in the U.S.
Okay.
Corporate headquarters or insurance clients. We have resources in China for supply chain due diligence
Wonderful.
and investigations, and as well as Latin America and Mexico.
Oh,
On the
wow.
background screening side, we're in a global economy. We support clients that are typically U.S. based, but we have quite a few clients that are recruiting from international or have international operations.
You bet, yeah.
So we have resources in over 200 countries.
Did you hear that? Over 200 countries. Wow, that's amazing.
So it's a very, very common thing in today's world that's where we're going to get talent wherever it's available, and there's
That's
definitely
That's so
opportunities.
cool. That's so cool. Well, I've known you, like I said, for quite some time now, and I've heard so many great things about you, and I'm a personal raving fan of your business. So why do you do what you do? Because you work really hard, and we love that you do. But there's got to be something that motivates you. What is that?
Yeah, so I think that I enjoy the legal complex nature of both the investigation and the background screening side of our business, and I'm kind of passionate about helping clients mitigate risk, but also trying to make it simple for them to do that in a cost-effective way, and constantly adapting our technologies and our processes to meet those needs. And really, that's what drives me and drives our business. We're ever-changing world we live in. We press a button and something is delivered to us.
That's
trying
awesome.
to simplify things to that degree. I don't know if we'll get quite to that level, but that's the goal.
So if someone from Macon, Georgia calls you, you're good to go.
No problem.
Isn't that amazing? I think that's so cool. All right, well, thank you so much for taking the time to come to the Fireside Chat today. I got to tell you, you definitely have to call this guy and his company because they will turn on a dime for you and make things good. So thank you so much, Tim, for coming today.
Thanks for having me.
Bye. See you guys next time.